Today, I have the pleasure of speaking with Sahil Maggu, the man behind Azra, Chhattisgarh's prominent multi-designer store, and a true expert in luxury fashion. His journey is an inspiring example of how confidence can shape success. Let's get comfy and dive into some fun stories and tips on how confidence can be your superpower too.
That's a very flattering introduction. Thank you, Savita. Thank you.
So, all right, Sahil, our listeners are always curious to know the person behind the brand.
Right.
Who is Sahil Maggu?
Sahil Maggu, I think, is a lucky soul who's had the privilege of living the dream that he dreamt as a young child. And I think I am very happy to be able to be one of those who say, I love what I do. I think I am a dreamer and I'm an achiever and I am a very humble go-getter. Yeah.
Wonderful. So you have dreamt of it and you have achieved it.
Yes.
So it's always fascinating to hear someone's journey, how it started. But tell me, what sparked the idea for Azra? What inspired you to open a luxury fashion store in a city like Raipur?
I think it just came from a very personal space. I think my brother was getting married in 2011 and I realized I had just moved back from Bangalore. And we are a Punjabi family. We're not really obsessed with brands and labels. We dress well. We're like loud and out there. But we're not really obsessed ki sabne sachi pehna hai, na nahi chahiye. But me, I've loved fashion from the times I remember. And I was very, very fussy about Mama is going to wear a namika, Mama's going to wear this, because that's the only lady in our lives. We have no sisters. And I want to dress her up the best. And she looks a certain way. She's got this Nafisa Ali look. She had gray hair. So I was like, my mom has to look like a star at the wedding, And then I sort of convinced them to go to Bombay and Delhi almost 3-4 times in those 2 months. And we decided to have the wedding happen. And when I reviewed the entire experience, I said, when a family like mine that is not really driven by designers and labels, and the youngest in the family can sort of convince them / bully them to, wear only designer clothes and all of it, I just felt there are so many families that identify with that idea a lot stronger. And I felt maybe there is a huge gap that I can fill.
Right.
And that gave me a very cunning way of also acknowledging that I love fashion and it will be a perfect way to sort of love what I do. And that's how Azra was born.
So now Azra has become such a distinct name in the fashion scene, especially in Chhattisgarh. How do you make sure they fit the taste of such a diverse client?
So I've just realized, I think now Instagram has made lives very informative. And for us to satisfy the needs of such a diverse physicality of a country, there are different body types, there are different shapes and sizes, color skins. So you have to constantly be on your toes, And it is, how women are a tough deal to satisfy.
Yes.
There are times I've launched 25 designers together in a week and someone's come after a month to my store. They see in the store, oh, lovely clothes style, but aur kuch naya aane wala hai kya? And I'm like, I have no hair left, but I want to pull them. I'm like, I've just launched a plethora of designers, but sometimes everything is also not enough. So you have to constantly just, give your best and keep trying, keep experimenting, keep making mistakes, keep going wrong at times.
I think the information is there, but the availability is that what you brought in Raipur. And because Raipur and in and around Chhattisgarh, everybody has started to recognize Azra. Now, running a luxury fashion store in a city like Raipur must have had its unique challenges. Can you think of a situation that really tested your confidence?
I think a challenge that I have to deal with almost on a regular basis would be, we work with the who's who of the industry and we are launching the latest collections at times straight from the RAM. I'm sitting on the front row, rubbing shoulders with the best of the designer stores from the country and launching a collection that has at times not even gone to a city like Bombay or Delhi. It comes to us before. But I often did not hear, Are Sahil, abhi tum Delhi gaye the, ye leke aa gaye, you've just come from Bombay, we just bought the same piece. So for me, the real challenge is, people have to start taking their local players a lot more seriously. And I think we work so hard, we are so passionate, we are so sincere with trying to bring the best of fashion to our city. It's our way of celebrating Raipur. We have put Raipur on the fashion map of the country and we're working very, very hard towards maintaining that. So I just feel, if people of Raipur would just start acknowledging our efforts a little more and start being more local, because we are precisely bringing the same collection, same designers, same price point, same everything. and still have to hear hum Delhi se le aaye, hum Bombay se le aaye. That sort of breaks my heart a little
I
bit, you know.
think that would just be a kind of ignoring or not putting themselves in that situation that I have to buy right now. Because I think approachability is something very important these days. When I'm sitting in Raipur and I get everything in Raipur, I do not want to go out there and to Mumbai and Delhi to buy the stuff.
And I honestly feel when you were saying this doesn't shake our confidence, but it does dampen our spirits on and off, because we do really invest heavily in our stock also. And these are the challenges I think that we face as an industry. The whole country celebrates us. Wherever I go, any party I'm in a Delhi or a Bombay, I'm sitting with the biggest of the labels from the country. They're like, Sahil, Raipur ki baat hi alag hai, you know. So we are taken
Yes,
seriously.
people have started recognizing us that we can buy things and we know we are aware of what is going on
We are
in the fashion seas. Wonderful. So, Sahil, what's your biggest confidence booster and why does it work for you so well?
My biggest confidence booster would be, I think it's a mix of these couple of things that I truly live by. One is being kind, one is being happy, and one is uplifting people on a regular basis. And I would guarantee that anybody who crosses path with me or has ever met me would sort of agree, because to me, if I've met you, I just want to leave you with a better taste in mouth, you know. I want to just make sure I find, and it's become an autopilot now for me. To me, confidence comes to me when I am empowering people around me. I'm making them feel good about themselves. And in fact, I think my Insta bio also would be something like, you know, be kind, it's so cool. I'll have to go back to sort of know the exact wording. But I truly feel, I think it's so beautiful to be kind. And as you are exuberating kindness, being nice, spreading good vibes, I think it multifold comes back to you.
Right.
And I think confidence is all about celebrating who you are. And I think if you're kind, you're good to people, to yourself, you can't go wrong in life.
You cannot go wrong if you are good to yourself and to other people around.
Truly.
Do you believe in the power of first impressions? And what are some of your go-to strategies for making a great one?
I think I have to be honest. I think first impression is very important. I think in today's world, it is the world of presentation. And I think there are studies done by Harvard. Someone who is better turned out or better dressed or well spoken or better spoken versus two people who have studied the same course, have had the same grades, have had the same response academically, can be paid up to 6 times more if they are better at communicating or maybe better at presentation. So I just feel it's important to take your body language, to take your style, to take your communication skills very seriously, because it does play a very strong role in today's world. You could have all the knowledge in the world, you could have all the nice things to say about yourself or anybody else, unless you know how to communicate it, present it. I think it's not really out for the world to see and appreciate. So some of the key things that I go back to would be being from the world of fashion. Of course, take my fashion seriously. There are times I've just met somebody, I walked into a room and I've left an impression in a good or a bad way just by the way I look. And these things do matter.
So tell me, networking is such a big part of any business. How do you approach professional networking situations? And what tips do you have for leaving a lasting impression?
I think, it's really funny. I have to share a story with you. I am really big on giving compliments, okay? And it comes to me very naturally from my very young age. I have been with the art of living and, I'm very spiritual, and I had done a course when I think I was 11. Just keep complimenting.
Good.
Yeah,
Say that to every.
it's a beautiful process, and they gave 30 seconds to us and we had to just keep complimenting. Almost everybody that sat across you ran out of compliments within the first 5 seconds. And I just realized in India as a country, we're not used to complimenting people or receiving compliments. So when I used to do it, especially when after I opened Azra, people would say, "Arey, tum to bologe, tumko to kapde bechne hai."
Okay.
And I just realized, that people are just not ready to embrace positivity at times. So, I've heard people say, "Tarif isliye kare kyunki kuch fayda chahiye hoga." But to me, I feel networking comes to people naturally who are people's person. I can talk only from my experience. I can even talk to a tree. I love talking, I love making friends. To me, I just like to know a stranger, know their story, maybe pick a thing or two from their life story, learn something from them, maybe leave them inspired. So to me, networking hasn't really come with an agenda. To me, I don't think if I'll walk into a party, I'll never walk out without making 10 new friends or at least acquaintances, you know. Friends is a big thing. Friends take time to become, but I think networking is the DNA of today's world. I think everybody says your network is very important, and I think truly, I think काम से काम होता है, but लोगों से ही काम होता है. आप जितने लोगों को जानोगे, they will know more about you, your work, your expertise.
Now, communication is the key in business and fashion, like you said. What would you say are your strengths and weaknesses, if any, when it comes to communicating?
I think to me it's number one. I think I have got some of the biggest business deals of my career because of the way I communicate. So for me, the importance is unparalleled. You know, to me, I feel I also think being your authentic self with effective communication is a deal breaker.
So, Sahil, you are dealing with the top labels of the country. But how did that happen? Can you share a story where your confidence helped you to crack a deal with a very big designer?
To me, I was chasing Anamika for I think at least 2 years, and I kept reaching out to her PA and saying, you know, we want to meet you, we want to meet you, and you know, she is so busy with her work. She's opened factories after factories, and she still is not able to supply enough to her stores. So she's like, Sahil, I have no bandwidth to take new stores. I'll not be able to meet you. And there was a time me and Ruchi said, we are going to call, and we booked our tickets. We said, we have booked our tickets and we are coming to see you. And Anamika was like, these kids have really become like, haath dho ke piche pad gaye. She said, now that you have booked your tickets, I'll not want to be rude.
So, you all booked your tickets to Calcutta?
We booked our tickets to Calcutta. We said, we are coming to meet you. And her PA said, okay, ma'am has agreed to meet you. She just has half an hour. And we went to her office and we met her, and I was smitten because I have seen her first time in blood and flesh. And to me, I have the biggest fashion crush on her. We met her and we said, you know, we are from Azra, blah, 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 blowing our own trumpet. And, you know, this is what we do. We are from a great city. We have great clients. Trying to make the most of those 30 minutes and impress her. And then she's like, Sahil, please shut up. You talk too much. I think I like you. And what are you doing after this meeting? I said, we are going to fly back. She said, why don't you come back and come home for dinner? And I want to meet you guys. And I think I would like to work with you. And me under the table, I'm holding on to Ruchi's knees. I was like, I can't even realize. I was like, is this happening? Is the Anamika kind of telling us to come home and, you know, like strike the final business deal?
I got a small chance to walk the ramp of Anamika Khanna. So she was there in flesh and blood, and I had to wear her clothes and walk the ramp. So that was wonderful. I did not know that this was magic. As soon as the lights were on, then I realized what the whole magic was around this walking the ramp. One right outfit, I can understand, can actually give you that boost of confidence that it transforms you from top to toe.
And coming from you, I think I take it more seriously because you're a certified style coach. So I think we both will honestly know how easy it is to sort of put it together if you get the right help.
If you get the right help,
Yeah.
and somebody who is open to learning
Absolutely.
to make that changes.
Absolutely.
So now with you and me on this couch, our stories are never going to end. But one last question before we jump onto the fun segment. With the fashion world being so global yet culturally diverse, what are some cultural or social etiquette practices that you're always mindful of in your interactions?
Azra is a family store, and I think we as a city are also very knitted. We all are very close-knitted families, and a society in general. I think I would meet you and your kids at almost every party, and we all party together, celebrate together, travel together. You know, we are doing a lot of things together across all age groups. So I think one thing you have to be mindful about is just respecting and drawing that thin line. I'm sure there is a place to wear a bikini versus to wear anarkali, right? So I think just knowing where to pitch what to which client and when is important. Current times are the most exciting times in the world of fashion. I think they're truly celebrating different body types. We talk about inclusivity. There are plus size models on the rank. There are people celebrating cellulite on their body. And there are 67, 80-year-old grandfathers making debut on the ramp. So I just feel fashion has become so wide in its approach.
All right. Moving on, next we have a fun segment where I throw a few fashion trends to you and you have to tell me a yay or a nay.
Perfect. This sounds fun.
Yes. Oversized denim jackets.
Big yes.
Okay,
Yes.
nice. Crocs.
Oh my God. Jail them. I think it needs to just disappear from the market. I detest them. Hate is a strong word, but I borderline hate Crocs.
Yes, and also if they wear a formal dress and then they, because it's comfortable, they want to wear Crocs.
I think this trend should have never happened. I don't know what's with people wanting to wear Crocs. I think it's just pathetic, if I may say.
Sustainable fashion.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
Yeah. I think at times, I think I'll tell you, I'm either dressed at clothes from Azra or from Zara. And Zara is anything but slow fashion. But you have to be honest, they bring you such tempting fashion straight from the RAM, from the biggest of the brands. At times, you can't say no to it.
What about Y2K fashion revival?
No. No
Okay.
for me.
Statement hats.
Statement hats? A big yes.
Yeah.
Big yes.
Do you like hats?
I need hats.
Okay. Platform sneakers.
I think, yeah. I think this sort of brings some quirk to an outfit. Yeah.
Okay. Low-rise denims and trousers.
For me, it's a big no right now because I'm obsessed with wide-legged boot cuts and high-waist denims and pants. In fact, I think they completely dominate my wardrobe right now. So for me, low-rise and skinny fits are a big no right now.
So ultra low-rise.
I think only a Justin Bieber can pull it off. I think it should be left to that. Yeah.
Okay. Men accessory.
I think my wedding ring is the only accessory I wear, but I think these days men who can carry it, I think
What?
I think it's a big yes. I think it's just for us, our wardrobes are sort of confined in the whites and the blues and the blacks. So I think accessories is a great way to sort of spunk it up. I think I'm a big go on brooches. I think I experiment a lot with brooches for parties. Great watches, great shoes, great belts and perfumes. And I think maybe, as you said, fedoras and hats. These are our jewelry. These are our props. So I think, yeah, a big yes.
Wow, what a great time we had with you, Sahil, on this couch. Your words have inspired us that true confidence is about embracing who we are and stepping boldly into every challenge. You have really been empowering, and we are grateful for your time and energy.
Thank you, Samta. It was a privilege and honor and so entertaining to be able to share stories about our lives with each other. And I'm so happy you chose me and considered me worthy to be on your confidence couch. Thank you once again.
Thank you. And it's time for the quote from the couch. A high-end wardrobe is more than fabric and design. It is a form of self-expression. Confidence is what transforms couture into something personal and unforgettable.